What in the hell? You see that thumbnail? I was like, no. Oh. But that was a rumor.
We've got some really big Spider-Man news to go over today. We're talking about Spider-Man in Avengers Doomsday and talking about two different Spider-Man, Tom Holland Spider-Man and Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. And on top of that, it does look like Marvel Studios is building towards a really big event in the future with Spider-Man, Daredevil, possibly The Punisher. And we are going to talk the Punisher special presentation trailer in this video. But also possibly some other characters that we're going to get into in this video. What is going on, Cosmic Crew? Thanks for stopping by the channel today. A lot of news from Marvel recently. We are going into some spoiler territory today in this video, but I will let you know when we get into that territory. Let's first start off with what we are hearing about Avengers Doomsday, because recently on Easter, Robert Downey Jr. posted a photo that had Dr. Doom painting a bunch of different eggs, showing a bunch of different logos.
With the white logo on the red, it makes it look like it's the PS5 Spider-Man, which I wouldn't mind making a, you know what I mean? Especially that suit, that to me, that's like the best suit I think I've ever seen for Spider-Man. There's been some other ones real damn close. But that one right there, I really love that blend of the classic and the black symbiote. And then in this new video game they got coming out, matter of fact, I have it as my screensaver right now. That Spider-Man suit might be even better. That's off the chain. I love that.
And one of those logos was very specific. It was Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I have no doubt about that, and most of the fandom seem to agree as well. This symbol is Tom Holland's Peter Parker's Spider-Man symbol. So a lot of people are going, okay, he's in the movie. We haven't heard anything about that. We've heard he's not in the movie, but now it seems like he is. Well, according to the Insider, the redacted guy, they state for clarification, Tom's Spider-Man might have a small appearance in Doomsday, potentially as a post-credit due to his current situation after Brand New Day. He'll be a major player in Secret Wars. Tobey Maguire, at the moment, is the main Spider-Man of Avengers Doomsday. Now, again, we have been hearing that Tom's Spider-Man's not really in the film, so it would make sense for a post-credit to be of him, especially if he's absent in the entire movie.
I feel like they're going to kill off Tobey's Spider-Man. Like they killed off that Spider-Man in the first Spider-Verse movie. I feel like they're going to do it.
Fans are going to want to know what the heck is going on. Where was Tom Holland's Spider-Man? I don't think anyone's going to complain that Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is in there and it's the so-called main Spider-Man. And, you know, if there's only one Spider-Man in the movie, you're the main Spider-Man no matter what, even if you appear only for 5 minutes. So he's not necessarily saying that Tobey's going to get a lot of time. Don't take it that way. But if Tom is in it, it seems like it's going to be pretty brief. But I like the post-credit scene theory, because if he's not in the film, fans are going to want to know what was up. And to show him in the post-credit, maybe on Secret Wars, or maybe showing that he survived the creation of Battleworld, like he's outside of it, that would be a pretty cool post-credit scene as well. Maybe they show him and Loki's team. Maybe Loki was going behind the scenes and trying to save people. I think that would be really cool, but go ahead and let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. Now, Tom Holland has actually come out recently and spoke about Spider-Man Brand New Day, and he said, I am so proud of the movie, I sound biased. Obviously, he's going to sound biased, but I think it's my favorite.
Remember, we're all biased, but are you fair? That's what you always want to be. We all have our biases. No one's unbiased. Everyone has their biases. But are you fair? And if you're fair, that's what's right. Because you can weigh things properly and convey your thoughts to the world without seeming unfair.
One, which is something pretty big to say. Now, of course, he's not going to come out and say anything bad about the movie. Even if he thinks it's bad, he's not going to come out and destroy the promotion of the movie.
Probably can't do that contractually.
Go see it. But he doesn't have to say it's his favorite one. That was a very specific choice. Yes, obviously he wants to excite people and get them to go to the theaters, but I feel like that's something you probably wouldn't say unless it's a really, really awesome movie. So the fact that he said that, I think is a pretty good sign from the movie. And if you missed it, He is doing a giveaway with his Brothers Trust charity organization. They're giving an all-expense paid trip for two to Los Angeles. You get to go to the premiere. Airfare from anywhere in the world is paid for. 3 nights luxury hotel, transport to the premiere, $1,500 of spending money, and you get a photo with Tom Holland and the rest of the cast. So that's pretty cool.
I'd
The
be
link
saving
is
that.
on Tom Holland's Instagram page, and I'm sure you can find it online as well if you're interested in that, and I'm pretty sure almost everybody's interested in that. Now, moving forward to the future of Spider-Man. We've been talking for a while now because insiders have been talking about this for a while now as well. It seems Marvel Studios is building up to a really big kind of street level event. I want to say it's to go up against Kingpin eventually. It looks like in Daredevil Born Again Season 2, it ends with Kingpin not being mayor. Especially because in the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer, we saw that Sheila is giving the key to the city to Spider-Man. So obviously vigilantes are allowed again. And usually the mayor gives the key to the city to whoever is getting it. So Sheila might be the mayor. Kingpin is obviously out, in my personal opinion, because vigilantes are back. Spider-Man is there. So what is going on? Well,
I'm never out. You can't count me out.
we're going to get to spoiler territories about the big crossover, so I want to go over the Punisher special presentation first, because I thought that it was really awesome. I thought it was very dramatic in a really, really good way. Not a super ton of action with him in the Punisher suit. A lot of action in general,
You
but not a
finishing
lot
somebody
of action
off
with him in
right
the
there.
Punisher suit. So it shows us that he is really suffering from PTSD still. Obviously, he's been through a lot, but specifically with the loss of his family, not necessarily through war. Even though we do see in his mind, in the room, they're not really there, soldiers of the past. And specifically, Curtis has returned. Now, when we left off with Curtis before, he was alive, right? He was a good friend to Frank. He helped him with counseling. He had that group as well. And he was a pretty big character and he was alive. But I think he might die. I think that's what
that's why he's
push Frank
appearing in front of him like that.
For it, an official synopsis that says, as Frank Castle searches for meaning beyond revenge, an unexpected force pulls him back into the fight. So he's searching for meaning beyond revenge, and then I think he ultimately finds out that Curtis dies. And the girl that we see in this might be Curtis's daughter. The guy might be his son. We don't know at this point in time, but I think they are connected in some way, shape, or form because we're seeing Curtis throughout this trailer. So I think it makes a lot of sense. Unfortunately, I think it makes a lot of sense that he would die, and that's what brings Frank back into it and kind of makes it about revenge again because that was one of his best friends. He's been through a lot with Curtis. So him dying, or specifically being killed, would definitely bring him back into it. And I would not be surprised if the little girl that we see in it is related to Curtis in some way, shape, or form. So he's going after these people to protect this daughter for Curtis. We also see what I presume is his daughter as well. He's getting, flashbacks of his daughter, which is probably why he would feel so compelled to protect this little girl in this trailer as well. And especially if it is related to Curtis. Now, another thing we see is Magnus, which is crazy. In the comics, she suffers a pretty bad fate, getting all of her limbs ripped off, and Frank essentially just kind of puts her like a football into fire.
Wow.
Maybe something like that has happened. She appears to have her limbs, so I don't think
I know I'm
Frank
skipping
is
ahead here.
watching. So it is confirmed this is the Watcher. Very interesting. I'm not sure if it's just an Easter egg.
Always
or
what,
if this
really?
is literally and physically the Watcher actually. Wait, now. So, like I've said, it seems like Marvel is building towards a really massive movie. Well, it seems like all the pieces are in place right now. We literally have Spider-Man with the Punisher in Brand New Day. We already saw Peter Parker and Matt Murdock meet in No Way Home, and now it's kind of the movie that we've been waiting for. Regardless, we need Spider-Man versus Kingpin. That's been something that we've been waiting on for too long. And I know Vincent D'Onofrio said he'd love to be in a movie, but there's some rights issues with Sony. But I mean, Sony and Marvel, they both stated recently that they're...
It really doesn't make any sense. If Sony owns Spider-Man and his related characters, why the hell can't Kingpin... It makes... I would have to see the paperwork. I need to explain to me. Okay, so I was mainly wondering about the whole Spider-Man stuff, so I'm going to leave it right here. The link will be in the description box for you guys to go check out the full video on the Cosmic Wonders channel. Get over there and subscribe. Tell them Tyrone Magnus sent you. And if you enjoyed my thoughts and commentary on this, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and share. The rumor is that some people think Peter might actually die, but the symbiote might bring him back in Secret Wars. We'll see what happens. 10 million subscribers. Woo!